See the first question. The frequency of urban floods due to high intensity rainfall is increasing over the years. Discuss the reasons for urban floods. Highlight the mechanisms for preparedness to reduce the risk during such events. So very pertinent question, which is something which is ongoing issue. Okay, just see it and give the framework. Take 5 minutes and answer it. Yeah, so most of you have given the framework rightly. Okay, so what will you write for this particular question? The frequency of urban floods due to high intensity rainfall due to high intensity rainfall is increasing over the years. So that is a statement and it's true. Discussing the reasons for floods. So first you need to give the reasons for urban floods, and then what are the mechanisms for the preparedness, that means solutions to reduce the risk during such events. So basically you can divide this answer into the reasons, mechanisms for preparedness, and then mechanisms for preventions also. Though the answer is not asking you directly about preventions, but now you can see the urban floods are a very common feature, be it Chennai, Hyderabad, Mumbai, all these are categorized as urban floods. And then because of the rapid urbanization, which is happening for last half a decade, and then which is going to continue for next 2 or 3 decades, where the significant amount of population is going to move into the cities, the management of urban floods becomes very important. So first, you can mention in the introduction that the recent Hyderabad floods or Chennai floods have again exposed the threat of urban flooding and its impact on the livelihood and the sustainability of the modern cities. Then come to the reasons for the urban floods. What will be the reasons of urban floods? The primary reason is the choking of the drainage systems. Choking of the drainage systems. Non-availability of storm water drainage. Then haphazard development. Construction, encroachment of the water bodies and construction in the full tank level. Okay, and then clogging and choking the drainage systems. What else are the important reasons? Exponential increase in the population, heavy rains, cloudburst. Cloudburst is one of the reasons for urban floods. Then, so these are some of the important aspects which are related to the reasons for urban floods. Okay, then maybe you can even mention the cloudburst or the climate change. Okay, all these are the important reasons. Okay, you can write even the lack of solid waste management. All these are important reasons for the urban floods. So now what are the measures to prevent or to have preparedness during such events? How do you prepare for urban floods? Evacuation of the low-lying area people, having proper emergency warning systems in place, having proper drainage systems. And these are the important aspects for preparedness during the such events. And then ensuring that the water reservoirs are properly managed and the water is discharged at the appropriate time. Like what happened with the Usman Sagar and Himmat Sagar. So water has to be discharged in a planned level so that the people are not impacted by the discharge of water. So these are the preparedness. So what are the solutions or the preventive measures so that the urban floods do not occur? So what are the solutions? The first is the having proper maintenance of the drainage systems, having storm water drains in place, channelizing the nalas properly, integrating the nala systems, having not choking the natural drainage of the water bodies, especially the full tank levels. The construction should not be allowed in the full tank levels. The natural drainage for those water bodies should be free. Then only rainwater will go into that. If you are blocking the rainwater with your home, then your home will be flooded. Okay, and then there should be a proper disaster management force in the cities to tackle such issues. Like the trees are falling down, current poles are falling down, or wires are short circuited. So disaster management force should be in place. Okay, early warning should be given to the people in the low-lying areas, and then using the help of satellites and drones to understand the situation in the hourly way and then tackle the system. And always have proper backups in the way of where people can be relocated. So having shelters for the relocation of people and also providing them basic amenities. So you can categorize in preventive way as well as managing. So managing can be this administration of people, food to people in low-lying areas, moving them to the high-lying areas. This is how you manage the disaster. How do you prevent the disaster? By proper planning, using technology, improving the drainage system, having proper nala system, and constructing proper bunds to the lake so that they don't overflow. All these are the preventive measures. And then you can conclude saying that, so this particular urban floods has recently become a very big issue because of the climate change and the frequency at which it is happening. As the way forward is going to be the urbanization of the country, the urban cities have to be planned in a much smarter way, and they have to be resilient for such flooding. The need of the hour is to integrate various drainage systems and ensure that the even small spells of rain will not choke or block the cities. So whose answers I have done yesterday? Good points. Reasons are good points. So you have categorized the handling into pre-monsoon, during monsoon, post-monsoon. Okay. So the way you have written the answer, it shows that you could not manage the space. You are writing pre-monsoon in a very elaborate way, but congesting during monsoon and post-monsoon. While you have made points, by simply your answer, by seeing the answer, I understood that you have failed to manage the space, okay, which is not giving proper picture. So you have to plan what you want to write before and then accordingly write in the space available. Points are good, but you need to write prevention also. You are writing preparedness. Under preparedness heading only, you are writing disaster reduction planning. But the question is, what will you do during the monsoon? And then what is the preventive measures? So I try to have different side headings, that these are the actions I will take during the disaster. Before to prevent disaster, XYZ I will do, like what we spoke, and then conclude. Conclusion can be better. You can conclude in the context of growing urbanization, Sumant. Clear? Fine. See the second one. See the second question. Why are women particularly vulnerable to the impact of natural disasters? Also analyze with adequate examples how women can play a more effective role in disaster risk management cycle. Aditya, what is your doubt?
Sir, solutions ki mana preparation ki difference konచెం clarify చేయరా అంటే short term long term ana etla
Preparation kaadu. What we are saying is that we have to have, the question is preparedness to reduce risk during such events. That means basically what you are going to do to reduce the risk. So that means that is at that point of time, what are you going to do? So basically short term, preparedness is a short term, prevention is a long term. So preparedness is what? I'll try to move people from low-lying areas to high-lying areas, provide them with food, provide them with medication, have proper contingency management system, ensure that the trees which have fallen down, I'll cut them and provide electricity. This is what even the GHMC is doing. So this is preparedness. What is the prevention? Strategic Nala management system, integrating all nalas, improving the stormwater drainages, ensuring that the lakes are not encroached. These are the preventions. Understood?